The way I got started was I lived on a farm, and my parents were very much in use of herbs and natural healing methods for the livestock that we had. And through watching all of this and through watching what their diet did to raise them to become cattle, or cows that could produce milk, or pigs that produce pork chops, I realized that their diet made a very big difference in the profitability of how we live day to day. And my dad was very much into using all these natural things because of cost effectiveness and because of long-term value to the animal, that it saved us a lot of money and it was the right way to go. And at the age of 14 years old, they told me that I had a bad heart valve and that I needed to have this heart valve replaced, and replaced with a pig valve. And I asked the doctor, so tell me, doc, how long would that give me? And he said, well, Bert, if you're really lucky, he said, you might get 8 years out of that. And I said, 8 years? Now you imagine the horror that went through me. Now, doctors are very nice in the way they kind of ask you these things, if you know what I mean. And so I said to the doctor, so tell me, doc, I said, oh, isn't there anything better than that? And he said, well, by then we may have new technology. And I said, And then of course something came to me, and I think it was a higher power, and it said to me, you know, ask him, what if the technology was that you weren't supposed to have had the heart valve? And from that point on, I was in such fear, such anxiety, that I started to research any other method that could work. And I thought about the animals on the farm, and so I found something that was called a curandero in the Hispanic culture, an American native medicine man that helped me, and a man who owned a health food store. And through the use of herbs and other things, by 3.5 years later, I was 17.5, I became a Marine and got to go to Vietnam. During this time, I got to see people there who worked with natural remedies and natural healing, and that sealed the deal for me. It was pretty much from that point on, you know, what we have been given from the creation of this planet is much more potent than what man seems to have, and is much more effective. So that's how I got there.